Fans, thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the Lakers, they want to turn it around after the loss to Orlando. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Lakers right now, Anunoby out there with Gordon. Then there's Harris. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Rozier in at the 1. Obviously, two teams, same conference, lots of history between them. Should be a good one. Brent, who are some of your favorite rivals to compete against?
You know, just growing up around the game of basketball, Kevin, for me to step on the floor against the jerseys, maybe not so much about the player that's in the jersey, but to see Lakers in purple or to see Celtics in green. That to me got my juices flowing. And then, obviously, selfishly, anytime I had the opportunity to play against my brother John, oh boy, I was ready to go.
You loved it, yeah, you savored that. I love that answer, by the way. Playing the team, not necessarily the individual. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Now, here's Rubio. Kicks it out to Love. Drills it from outside. Love's got his first 3 points of the game.
Kevin Love recognizes the space before he caught the ball, so plenty of room to shoot that ball.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
And the dunk by Towns.
A fantastic assist by Harris on the play. He makes the right call, rotating the ball on that one.
Basket good. Rubio's got his first 2 points of the night.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there. Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with. Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways. Kevin Love is such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
For the Nuggets, Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Ntilikina in for Ricky Rubio. Andrew Harrison's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Ingram. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Towns.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still real thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
Now here's Towns. And the rejection by Love. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ingram wide open. Offensive rebound. Loud, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
The Nuggets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Ingram. The Nuggets with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 times shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Mahimi's checked in for the Nuggets. Bender comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Barry Jones, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns.
Did you just see what I saw? I mean, that move was out of this world.
Executed to perfection, Greg. I mean, he had the rim in his sights and was not going to be stopped. Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Anderson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
The Lakers shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. A rebound by Caldwell Pope. On 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And yes, it's good. Ntilikina's got his first points in this one.
Ntilikina is a blur in the open court. So fast and has a terrific feel for which route to take in transition.
Bender kicks to Mahimi. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Ntilikina. He dishes it to Bender. Pocket 4. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it out to Jones. Right wing. Here's Harrison. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Nailed from three-point land. Caldwell Pope got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, leading by a point. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one? Here's Ntilikina. They've got Ian Mahimi. Ntilikina out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Bender, and it's Anderson in the small forward. Got a piece of it. And for the Lakers, Jones is out there with Davis, and it's Harrison in at the point.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lakers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws. And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10 forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
And for the Nuggets, we've got Caldwell Pope. Bender up there with Kevin Love. And there's Anderson. And it's Ntilikina in at the point. Yes, that goes in. Isaac's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain it.
And finished off by Davis.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. He is not resting on his laurels. He said, "I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times." Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. Here's Love. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Love's got 5 now. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tie game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
To the wing right side. Bender kicks to Love. A shot off that time. Towns with the defensive effort.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Outside for Robinson. To the inside. Feeds to Smart. Kicks it out to Rubio. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor, already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're improved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line. Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Robinson kicks to Rubio. Harris on the double team. And stolen by Harris. Nurkic dishes to Ingram. Back to Nurkic. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Anunoby passes to Gordon. Count that bucket. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on body.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Passes it to Anunoby. Here's Rozier. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Rubio. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
For the Nuggets, Mahimi comes in for Thomas Robinson. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Ingram. Osman cans it from downtown.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And Davis sends it back.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. For the Nuggets, Love check in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ricky Rubio.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Smart kicks to Love. Harrison with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Lakers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. That free throw, no good. And the Nuggets making a change here. And he sinks the second. Here's Ntilikina. Johnson outside. It's stolen by Jones. And so it's Los Angeles. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested. The Nuggets shooting 43% for the game. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Anunoby. Gary Harris is out there with Rozier. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Gordon in the power forward. Nurkic. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. 19-point game. It's a pick by Love. Rubio dishes to Love. Nice job coming off that screen. Love's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nuggets. The Lakers shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Here's Towns. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. And the Lakers, Greg, for a long time could rely on the rule of Los Angeles to draw top free agents. History does a lot, it seems.
Yeah, Paul George listing them on his short list shows they still have that pull, but the Lakers will be big players in free agency, I believe, in the near future.
And Rubio kicks to Love. They get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Each coach has his strengths, and they've got weaknesses. But if you needed someone to draw up a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
if I could get James Harden to the line, and then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy.
Wow.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And it's Rubio penetrating. Wallace with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And Love gets it to go.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Towns, the screen. To the middle. Here's Rozier. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Rozier's got 8.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Rubio, the pass to Love. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Love's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yeah, I don't think you have to ask Kevin Love to shoot it twice. Got great confidence in that skill.
And the dunk by Towns.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
For the Nuggets, Bender, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anderson comes in for Brandon Ingram. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Marcus Smart.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Bender, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
An even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Bender. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Jones. Ntilikina gets the bucket.
And you got to love the unselfish play of Bender. When he sees a teammate wide open, he does not hesitate at all to whip the ball over to him.
Here's Davis. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Towns, he's checked in for Jones. That free throw good from Anderson.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the dunk by Towns.
And I love how he sacrifices his body. Isaac always ready to scream for his teammates, and you gotta love his unselfishness.
Here's Anderson. That one goes in. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true, pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects. just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Bender throws it down.
And whenever Bender is attacking on the drive, he's looking to throw it down. The defense can't really do anything to stop him from doing that.
3 seconds left. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Lakers leading by 13. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Johnson. Then there's Bender. Then there's Anderson. And it's Mahimi in at the 5. Pass to Isaac. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
How about the concentration on that? Isaac able to absorb the contact and still finish with a difficult shot.
Smart's checked in for Ian Mahimi. Gordon's checked in for Los Angeles. Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. What kind of advantage, as you look back on that, do you think it gave you, if any, in preparing for the pressures and the style of the NBA?
I don't know so much, Kevin, if it gave me an advantage with regards to the pressures of the league, but certainly with regards to the physicality of the league, it's something that I desperately needed. Just a late developer, a late bloomer. I think I was about 175 pounds when I went off to college. Not a preferential playing weight for the NBA, so I needed that year just in terms of the maturity of what I needed physically.
Nurkic checked in for the Nuggets. Ricky Rubio comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And Bender's one of those guys just oozing with potential. A big man who runs the floor well and uses his size down close to the basket.
They get it back. Towns. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Outside Gordon. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
What's up?
It's going to go on Dragan Bender.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Kevin Love's checked in for the Nuggets. Brandon Ingram comes in for Stanley Johnson. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Towns. Nurkic with the steal. A wide open look for Love. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 6 assists now in the game. On the wing, Harris. Here's Rozier. Gordon a screen. Shot clock at 6. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Outstanding look from the perimeter from Gary Harris. When he gets space to shoot from there, he has no problems with it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Love can't hit.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them. So you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Harris misses. Gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Scooped up.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Gordon kicks to Rozier. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. A bread for college players who decide to stay in school for their junior and senior years. In some cases, it's been hurting their draft stock. Sometimes it helps. Can you talk about why we see a difference in the two?
I think what happens, Kevin, is that in any given collegiate season, that next year, there's another opportunity for a brand new crop of players. Maybe not the star guys that are going into college as freshmen, but guys who just played their freshman year or in their sophomore season take their next step. And so guys who are juniors and seniors might be looked at as not advancing fast enough or not as much potential, with guys a year behind them being better players.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
Can they get it? And finished off by Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic is big enough to do that, isn't he?
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Smart dishes to Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Aaron Gordon.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
And he makes the first.
And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Bender, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Inside. Banked in off the glass.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
And Davis sends it back. But they recover it. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was... From New York, 2K Sports proudly brings you Knicks basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to the Charlotte Hornets. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rozier's out there with Harris. Then there's Towns. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Anunoby in the 3. Rozier kicks to Harris. Hits it from three-point range. Harris has got his first 3. Points of the game. And these teams have both been struggling, Chris, of late, looking for any win they can get right now, trying to get some scraps.
Yeah, these teams are fighting for just a little momentum. Sometimes you just need to get the snowball rolling just to knock down one domino, and that's what these guys need to do tonight. Some way, pull and find a win that can galvanize that locker room, start a little bit of chemistry to see if they can roll.
Some nice passing by New York here. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Harris with it. Picked up by Thompson. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his first basket.
Good movement there. And the lead pass is right where it needs to be.
Thompson outside. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
The ability to hit this consistently from deep. It must feel like a layup to play at this point.
Rozier kicks to Gordon. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They've come out the locker room his side, 4 for 4 to start the night.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's tightly guarded. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. That's the 3 fly. And it's Malcolm Brogdon with the 3. Brogdon's got 5 points so far.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
And it's Gordon missing.
Well, they weren't going to stay perfect forever. They're still shooting 80% from the floor to start the game.
Not a piece of it. They get it back. Here's Towns. No good there off the double clutch. Towns with the steal. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Towns has got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And the dunk by Towns.
They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
That's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
It's Thompson off the drive. Gordon with the defensive effort.
His percentage from the field is not very strong.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
So New York ends up going with the new group. Van Fleet kicks to Begovic. Kicks it out to Stevenson.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Jones checking for the Lakers. They set the pick. The pass to Bullock. And they get it. Rebound the Lakers. Here's Harrison. Here's Davis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And there's the foul. It'll go on Deontay Davis. That's his first foul. We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Begovic with a screen. Here's Bullock.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead, points in the paint, dominating physically.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Knicks trail by 10. Here's Van Vliet. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Now here's Pekovic.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Talk about compiling your coaching resume in a hurry. Luke Walton, in his first year as an assistant, wins a title. And in year 2, as interim head coach, leads the Warriors to the best start in league history.
It's all about timing. Great. 24-0 start. Walton at the helm, they went 39-4. He catapulted him to the front of the line among head coaching candidates.
Van Vliet kicks to Stevenson. Rebounded by Isaac.
A good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He needs to play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Again, the miss by Jones. New York, no good that time either. Los Angeles leading by 8. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Stevenson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Here's Van Vliet. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Lakers ahead, up by 10. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. There's Harrison. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Davis is out there with Perry Jones. And it's Harrison in at the point.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, the Lakers are undergoing a dramatic change of leadership in the front office last season. I mean, I think many felt that a change was needed. We'll see if they can turn things around.
Stolen. One-on-one here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked him. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, "What are you doing? We played against him. We would never pick him #1." So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They say, wait a minute, we see his unique talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could do something. So many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
And he gets the bucket. Harrison's got 4 this quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I don't know what he says. It's amazing. Sam, when you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Davis dishes to Hayes. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And the Lakers lead by 18.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thompson passes to Prince. 4 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Brogdon. He's covered closely. Now the dish to Thompson. Inside. And Baines kicks to Thompson. Pass to Jones. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh no, I just whispered on
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master, Porzingis fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Rozier, he's checked in for Barry Jones. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, you gotta love Rozier. Skying up for the dunk. Really seizing the opportunity and capitalizing with his tremendous leaping ability.
Thompson outside. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. Lakers leading by 18. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Karl Anthony Towns was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. He is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player, and the most skilled player on the court at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. Thompson sets the pick for Brogdon. Thompson outside. Hits the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's 10-11 here in this quarter alone.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Harris kicks to Towns. And off the glass. That one's good. Towns has got his third bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
So New York ends up going with the new group.
And looking at Towns and what he can do on the floor already at his age is impressive. This is a guy who's going to be a 20-10 player perhaps for the rest of his career. And as young as he is, I tell you, the sky is the limit.
Here's Grant. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. And when you look at the second year for Towns, it's comparable to other great big men in the history of the NBA. And Greg, I'm talking about players in the top 50 of all time.
Yeah, I mean, just on the sophomore season stats, he looks like he projects to be one of the all-time greats. Comparable numbers to some of the best who have ever played it. Think of these names: Hakeem, Duncan, Ewing, and the Admiral. Maybe we'll be saying Karl Anthony Towns as well.
Bullock dishes to Begovic. This is it to Bullock. New York, no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Los Angeles getting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Here's Van Vliet. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Takes the three. And it's Bullock missing. And so it's Los Angeles taking a 19-point lead. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been... The Lakers with the ball. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Brogdon out there with Klay Thompson. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Prince in the 4 slot. They're the group for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Wiggins drives in. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And for the Lakers, new leadership in the front office starting midway through last season. For a franchise that had lost some of its luster, the hope is they can return to their winning ways.
Thompson outside. From past the arc. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. He senses confidence. Well, he's picking his spots. Understanding the game so well helps them fuel this lead.
Now the feed to Wiggins. There's a good screen. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Towns down low. Baines is there. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor. Already an elite post scorer. But Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're improved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
Here's Brogdon. He's got 7. Thompson sets the pick for Brogdon. Thompson outside. A through ball. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Harrison passes to Towns. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Wiggins drives in. Pass to Brogdon. And here's Prince outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Harrison kicks to Towns. He gets it in there. Towns has got 8 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Thompson outside. And a quick assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 6 assists in the game.
Oh,
12
damn.
straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And the Knicks making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. And the Lakers making a change here. Here's Towns. The shot will not fall. So New York will take it the other way. Well, Chris, you played for a number of coaches in your storied career. What's the one thing that the average NBA fan doesn't give coaches enough credit for, would you say?
Well, I would say they don't give coaches enough credit for understanding players, and not just how players play, but understanding players' moods, understanding the idiosyncrasies of a guy's just being. Just the fact they're totally immersed in basketball. So the fact that you may have a guy that knows offense, I mean, coach knows offense, he knows defense, he knows styles of plays, he knows more than the offense that you just bring it to the table. So I would just say I think the overall knowledge and years put in to being a coach is probably the most underestimated attribute by fans.
That's great.
Low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And stolen by Prince. Thompson inside the line. Releases from the wing and drills it. Thompson's got 14 points here in the second half.
No, there's no limit to what Thompson can do offensively. We all know that. He hasn't taken his foot off the gas pedal all night.
Knicks trail by 18. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Now the pass to Harrison. We've got 1:13 left in the 3rd. Back to Towns. Lock at 6. It's rebounded by New York. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, you just watch the way that Klay Thompson shoots and you're surprised when the ball doesn't go in.
I mean, one thing with Klay, too, in his shot, he believes it's always going to go in. More importantly, so does his teammates. And he's got that shooter's mentality where he just will continue to trust in his mechanics. And I don't think he gets enough credit for just how hard he works to maintain that shot.
You can't lay that pass in there any better. Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Rozier, the pass to Davis. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 10 points.
I mean, that's just tremendous, stupendous work from Rozier. I mean, he's just so good at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
Thompson outside. Jacks up a three. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
The Knicks making a switch here. Bullock's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Gordon's checked in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Towns gets it to go.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Los Angeles. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll return shortly. And thanks again. Knicks trail by 17. Taking a look at the Lakers. They got Karl Anthony Towns. Isaac out there with Gordon. Then it's Gary Harris. And it's Rozier in the one spot.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Well, now he's well accustomed to shouldering that scoring load. He's the main reason they're up right now.
Out to Harris. He dishes it to Towns. They shoot again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Brogdon kicks to Bullock. Brannigan. It's Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Great D that time from Bekovic.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? You know, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recruit after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you know, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. You know, just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. And so, to me, the veteran presence is everything. You know, Chris Mullin getting on me because I'm a rookie. I mean, I would have paid him to do that. So, you know, it was really cool because just as much as they get on us, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a good part of the relationship.
That's good to hear.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Towns. The stupendous finish in traffic. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 9 assists now tonight. Rozier the best to Towns. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 33 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Kicks it to Thompson. Lets it go with a three.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. And really impressed with the aggressive nature of Isaac. He takes charge whenever he is driving with that kind of force to the rim.
Knocks down the three ball. Thompson's got 44.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Wiggins. Counting.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Harris outside. Here's Isaac. Towns, the screen. 5 to shoot. And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has more floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And one strength, Greg, that this Knicks team has enjoyed the last couple of years has been their ability to win the rebounding game.
And that's back-to-back seasons, Kevin, in the top 10 for rebounding in terms of the Knicks. And it was something they wanted to improve upon starting a few years ago. They changed their rebounding trouble into a big asset moving forward.
He's checked in for Los Angeles. Harrison comes in for Terry Rozier. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
And that one's good, Harrison.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
Thompson outside. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Thompson's got 47 points.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
Harris inside the line. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Wiggins drives in. Prince dishes to Thompson. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And Thompson kicks to Brogdon. Thompson sets the pick for Brogdon. Back to Thompson. Another shot. It's rebounded by Towns.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his moves.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
This is what you like about Thompson, the shoot-first guy who's willing to make that extra pass.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exit.
Wow, it's just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
There's the 3 offline. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
he's a corner. Yeah, exactly. He's a corner specialist.